Welcome to this meditation that will help you to free your mind from pain. Pain is not something any of us can avoid, and in so many ways is essential to our existence. It can tell us what we need to do next, what we need to avoid, and can motivate us to make positive changes. However, it can also be very limiting, steal our focus and energy, and squeeze the joy out of our lives. It's our relationship to pain that most needs to alter if we are not to be intimidated and defined by it. Today's meditation is particularly focusing on the pain that lurks within the mind, which can be quietly hovering in the background one moment and then have you pinned to the ground in the next. Pain has many masks. It can come in the form of shame, anger, regret, loneliness, heartbreak. Whatever form it takes, they all have one thing in common: you're hurting. Before we can continue today, you need to name your pain. Each time you take this journey, you might focus on something completely different, or keep addressing the same issue until it has fully healed. Trust your mind to guide you towards what is best each time you return. In the silence that follows, spend some time finding and naming the pain you want to focus on today. Remember, if you trust your mind, it will take you to where you need to go. Having identified your pain, it's important not to sit in a place of condemning yourself, especially if you feel responsible for your pain in any way. This is not a matter of letting yourself off the hook, because right now you are consciously choosing to face the truth. However, it must be done with compassion and care. Otherwise, you are further incarcerated by your pain. Equally, you're not here seeking to condemn someone else. Even if someone else is in any way responsible for how you're feeling, condemning them will not free you. And this journey is about your emancipation. So do your best not to fixate on this aspect either. Remain focused on the task. It helps to think of your pain as a messenger. Whatever stands before you is your teacher, and pain is no different. So turn your mind back to that pain. Immerse yourself in the silence and ask your pain to tell you what it is you're not seeing. What is it that requires your attention? And should you be taking a different course? Make it clear to your pain that whatever it is, you're open to receiving its message. So be still and listen. Hopefully by now, you have some idea of what your pain has come to show you. Even if it's not completely clear right now, this moment of compassionate inquiry has brought you a step closer to understanding. If you stop and consider how often you replay in your mind the incidents that hurt you, it will become clear that it is those revisitations that continue to infect the wound, and the suffering is prolonged. Today, you're going to steer a different course. Take another look at the pain that you have identified. Try to feel your way to the center of the pain. And as you do, really listen to what is being said. The more deeply you can connect with this pain, the clearer the message will be. Connect with it now. There will have been further revelation, and maybe even some instruction about what you need to do. Whatever has emerged at this point is exactly what you need to feel and know right now. So give thanks for that. There is an important distinction to make if we are to free the mind from pain, which is that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. It's the significance and energy that we attach to events that causes the most pain and does the most damage. This simple but powerful insight can turn your whole experience and relationship with pain on its head. Now, you're going to immerse your mind in silence once more and go back to the pain and the insights that have come to light so far. But this time, carry this important insight with you, that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. And with this new insight, you're going to re-look at the event with a different pair of eyes and see what you may have done to change your pain into suffering. This will help you enormously to free the mind from the burdens it has created for itself. This is how you can persuade your jailer to release you. Take another look now. Hopefully by now, there have been more revelations which you can use to change your whole experience of pain. Arguably, the best way to do this is to become aware that there is a part of you that has remained unscathed by all your experiences. It is the authentic you, the you that first entered the world. Whether you refer to it as consciousness, awareness, or your higher self doesn't really matter. What matters is how you employ it in these moments of need. This authentic part of you is wise, calm, insightful, and is always seeking the path of least resistance. This part of you deeply understands the relationship between pain and suffering. While sitting with your authentic self, calling on your inner knowing and incredible resilience, invite this habit of suffering to change. Say in your mind, I see this pain, I feel this pain, but I am not this pain. I see this pain, I feel this pain, but I am not this pain. I am the space in which the pain arises. I am the space through which the pain can pass and be released. Just let these thoughts resonate in your mind for a while. I am the space in which the pain arises. I am the space through which the pain can pass and be released. When we stop identifying with our pain and start holding it with the right attention and care, something changes. It begins to loosen. It begins to soften. Place your hand gently over your heart and remind yourself, I see this pain. I feel this pain, but I am not this pain. I am the space in which the pain arises. I am the space through which the pain can pass and be released. Keep your hand on your heart and repeat the sentiment once more. I see the pain. I feel the pain, but I am not this pain. I am the space in which the pain arises. I am the space through which the pain can pass and be released. Sit with this for a moment longer and feel the peace and joy that it brings. Sometimes, when trying to release the pain, we get entangled in the story. So be aware of this. Our minds are storytellers, and if we do not pay attention, we will find that they will keep adding layers to the same story as we are exposed to more and more experiences. This too can keep us stuck in suffering. So try to notice when the mind is telling a story and gently remove yourself from it by saying quietly in your mind, I see the story. I feel the story, but I am not the story. I am the space in which the story arises. I am the space through which the story can pass and be released. When we do this regularly, the storytelling grows less, and we can then let go of the need to be right. We also stop getting entangled in the suffering, and we can then let it all go. If you've removed your hand from your heart, place it there once more and say in your mind, I see the story, I feel the story, but I am not the story. I am the space in which the story arises. I am the space through which the story can pass and be released. Sit with this for a moment and feel the peace and joy that it brings. When you create a healthy detachment from your pain, any suffering will fade, and you can then grow out of the experience and reconnect with your authentic self, that wise, calm energy at the center of your being. Freedom isn't the absence of pain. It's the ability to meet it with compassion, care, and clarity. There you can find peace and contentment. Remember, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Choose not to suffer.